Good old Destruction Derby. Childhood favorite. And just let's see, what are we going to pick today? Let's try out setting this up. Today we're going to do Wreckin' Racing. And we'll do Championship. That's initial. Alright, now we're going to pick our car here. I haven't played this game in a long time. Hopefully it'll be a good experience. Alright, we got the rookie car, which seems to be the slowest of them, but handles very well. We got the amateur car, which seems to be pretty well balanced. It's a little bit faster, it's got a little bit looser steering, it feels like. Then we got the pro car. I usually pick the pro car just because, I don't know if it is or not, it feels like the fastest car. And since the handling is about the loosest in this game, you can pull off some pretty good moves with this car in my opinion. So we'll stick with the pro car for this Wreckin' Race Championship. Now we got all our settings the way we like it. Let's just start and hit go. First race, Speedway. Yeah, a lot of loading. Good old PlayStation 1, I tell you. Get spoiled with today's new modern consoles.
It's the first race of the season. Go!
Alright, give this a whirl. Now, Wrecking Racing I always liked best in this game because they had a good balance to it. They had just enough racing and just enough destruction. Because you have other options in this game that you can do strictly destruction derbies, but unfortunately it gets pretty repetitive pretty fast if you just do a bunch of destruction derbies, in my opinion. And then you can do stock car racing, which is pretty cool, but in my opinion that's not as fun because you're truly trying to avoid hitting anybody in stock car racing. Because every time you hit other people or obstacles, it wears down on your car, and you don't need that happening in stock car racing because you can blow out your car and lose the stock race. Stock racing is strictly points on how you place in the race, whereas Wreckin' Racing, it's a little bit of a balance. If you place well in the race in Wrecking Racing, I believe you get like 10 points for first, but you also get points for hitting other opponents. And it's kind of a trick to pull off, which I'm still trying to do and not beat up my car too much, is you want to spin them or hit them on quarter panels of the car the best you can. And depending on how much you spin them from hitting them, they'll give you different amounts of points. And then stuff like that happens as you start concentrating more on hitting people than racing. But I always try to reasonably place decent so that I can get a little bit of boost in points and still hit guys when I can. But just like that hit there, that was a waste on my car because I didn't get any points for it. It took me a while to kind of figure out the mechanics of how to get points in this game, but it's not impossible. See, I got a 360 on her because I lucked out big time. Now, as long as I can place in this race and not blow my radiator, I'll get an extra 10 points, which I got to be careful because it's not hard to blow out your radiator or get hit hard enough to lose it. So I just got to concentrate. And there we go. We got it on that one. Nice. So that'll be an extra, I believe, 10 points on that one. And the bottom line with Wrecking Racing is how much points you got at the end of the race. And they show you who got first. Good old Barmy Army. Wow. 48 points. Pretty good. Psycho got second. Let's see. Ooh. Doctor. Let's see where we placed. Oh, got fifth. That's not too bad. Because starting out in this game, you start out in the first division. And I think 28 points is decent for the first division. Take a quick look at the league and who's in it. Got Division 1, which is like the top division in the game. Got Division 2, obviously the next. Got Division 3. Division 4. And since I just started, they put me in the bottom division, which is Division 5. But all that matters while you're playing this game is being in the top in your division because you want to upgrade divisions at the end of each championship. So I'm standing pretty good with 28. Let's see if I can keep it up. Take a look at our next race here. They also give you other options. You can view a replay of the race if you want. And the pit compound, I don't fully understand what that is. When you do pick this, I mean, I'll show you really quick just so you have an idea. It just kind of shows like the graphics in the trailer for all the competitors' vehicles. Like, there you go, there's Trash Man's. There's the Bouncers. I mean, as you play this game a lot, and I've played it a lot over the years, you get a taste for the personality and the actions of each type of character, because they all are pretty different. Some are more aggressive than others, and some are pretty hell-bent on getting you back if you hit them pretty hard. That's all this is. I'm not going to go through all of them. I don't understand why that's in there or an add-on. I mean, it's a game from the mid-90s, so I guess they thought that was a cool add-on. Anyway, back to racing. Next race. Crossover. This one's a love-hate relationship on this one. I love it because I'll do extremely well and score a lot of points, and I'll hate it because I'll die too early and not score many points. So we'll see how well I do this time. Got 2 points for just tapping him. That's where the points start racking up. It's right in the middle here. I don't normally try to race to get into a high finishing place because it's extremely difficult on this track, in my opinion, due to the crossover section. So what I try to do is I just try to wait for things to kind of get into a certain position. Things start circulating. Then I'll just kind of hang out in the middle here and do some donuts and try to hope that I can flip somebody and start racking in some easy points. And while you do this, you got to be extremely careful. You got to be extremely careful that you don't get hit too much in the front area. For people that don't already know, with your meter in the bottom right-hand corner, you can see where you're taking your most damage. And you can pretty much take as much damage as you want everywhere on your card, except for the front, because that's where the engine's at. So, destroy it all you want and just try to protect the front as much as you can. What I normally try to do, man, I already got the radiator blowing. I'm not going to last too long, it looks like, but I've scored at least up to 32 points. Just try to score some more quick before you get iced. Oof. Not all that hitting still not a point. That's the rough part of that. You don't want to get nailed too hard in the front. Nice. See, you squeeze out a 360. Good deal. Flip him, got some points. But as you take so much damage and the section of the car turns completely black, it is very difficult to race, let alone move your car. So since my whole back end's blown out, basically your rear axle is heavily damaged. It can't go very fast. Since that one side panel is completely out, I can't really steer very well at all in that direction. But I do have enough to at least steer in a circle, which I'm still doing to get some more points. And that's why I like my wrecking racing. Give me some high points, and it will compensate for other races on this championship that are much more difficult to get points on. This is probably one of the best ones for racking up points in wrecking racing. But on a side note, for stock car racing, this race is probably one of the most difficult. It's a nightmare because keeping your car alive in this would be extremely difficult. I mean, this game is great for destruction, but for stock car racing, it's very difficult to keep your car alive. At least it is for me. So, I normally only play wrecking racing. Well, there you go. But we got ranked in 68 points. We'll see how well that adds up. Yeah, and if you die before everybody else, it'll sit there and calculate on the screen. But hey, there you go. Got first in that one. See, I finished in 20th, but all that matters is the points in the end. So 68 points is a good deal. I'm pretty confident that since I'm first, I'm still top of my league, so I'll just go straight to the next race. Ocean Drive. Now here's a definitely completely different racket when it comes to wrecking racing. This track I have a very hard time scoring a decent amount of points. I think on average I'd be lucky to get over 20 points on this race. Let's see. So right here with these sharp turns and then these narrowing spots, they don't give you a lot of room to kind of do any real damage, so I try to place high in this one for points because there's not many opportunities here to rack in some wrecking racing points other than placing well in the race. And then when you start lapping people, you can try to rack in some points. Somehow I just got 4 points there by bumping into that person. Very sporadic, but still a wonderful, fun game, I gotta say. Even to this day, this game, I say, ages very well, graphics and all. I mean, it's really hard to find a good Destruction Derby game in this day and age. I just find myself always pulling this one off the shelf when I need my fix for some good old-fashioned Destruction Derby. Unfortunately, it doesn't support split screen at all, but if you do have the ability and the nerve like me, you can get yourself 2 PlayStations, and they have to be PlayStation 1 models that have a serial port link on the back for multi-tapping, so they have a serial connection for the network. And PlayStation 1 actually did make a lot of games that supported that connection, surprisingly. You can check out online the list of games that you'll find, and this is one of them, because it's one of the early releases, so it's a lot of the earlier games that support it. And with that, you can have 2 PlayStation 1s and 2 TVs, and literally you and a friend can go through the entire championship mode or Destruction Derby mode or any mode you want. You can both play in it against each other, and it is quite fun. The only hard part is having the setup of 2 television sets, 2 PlayStation 1s, and then buying the serial cable and 2 copies of Destruction Derby. I don't know exactly how much this game goes for nowadays. but I still think it's probably a fairly cost-effective game. I would guess it'd be $20 or less. I mean, don't hold me to that. That'd be my guess, but still, this game today's date would be worth every penny in my opinion. There we go. There's my 10 points right on lap 9. See, I suffer on that one. Now it's going to calculate because I died before the race ended. You can kind of see where you fall in there. All it's going. And instead of seeing who got first, going through this, I usually just check out the lead. Because the key thing is, no matter how bad you do, all that matters is how bad you do compared to your other division opponents here. So I'll skip down to mine. And as long as I'm still on top, that's what matters. But I just want to see if everybody else is catching up. So luckily, since I'm in the last division, I'm still doing good on points. But as you can see, let's take my point value of 106 and start looking at the higher divisions. This one's in the 60s for their top person. This one's surprisingly in the 50s. It's a higher division. Now look at this one, Division 2, 104 is the top guy. I'd barely be beating this top guy if I was in that division. And the highest division has got 102, so about the same. So it gets pretty tough as you upgrade to each division. Each division's a different color, which actually you'll notice on the roof of each car. And now we got Cactus Creek here. This is another one that's a hit or miss on making some good wreck and racing points. Yeah, but like I said, it's very difficult to keep up with all those higher divisions and always make sure you're scoring high points on each wreck and race. I mean, I'm in the bottom division, which is, as you can see, the white roof cars, and all those other different color roof cars is how they separate their divisions. And as you upgrade to newer divisions or higher divisions, the roof of your car color will change, and you'll start in a different spot of the race. Since I'm in the lowest division, you start in the front, and then you go farther and farther back on the starting, depending on the division. Now this track is a mixed bag. You got yourself a little bit of crossover action, you got yourself a little bit of looping around. Not many straightaways to speed up and get some points or a good hit in. Personally, me, I need some points, so I'm going to kind of hang out here because I like my wreck and racing. And I'm going to try not to waste too many hits and hope I can clip some guys and get some good points going here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. So, yeah. And if anything, it looks like I might be giving points out to other people. I get all back and forth here. Gotta hit somebody. But yeah, this is a fun game of my childhood, and surprisingly, I didn't even play the PlayStation version until much later. I think I was in college when I played the PlayStation version. Because in my childhood, I actually had this game. It was the first game I bought with my new computer back in the day. And I played it on MS-DOS. And the DOS version, I then later found out, is inferior to the PlayStation version. Actually, from all the versions, Destruction Derby, the PlayStation version is the best. I believe there's not many versions to compare with. I think they only exist for PlayStation 1. It is on the Saturn, but it's only for Europe. And it doesn't, the frame rate isn't as good as the PlayStation version. What a hit. And then they had it for DOS, and the reason the DOS one lacks is it actually is missing an entire division. There's actually 20 cars in this one, as you can see. In the bottom left-hand corner, it's 19 out of 20, means one guy is already off the race. Wow. I don't know how he got back in it, so it's 20 out of 20, but that's good old PlayStation for you. Now the PlayStation version is the best. It's got the most cars, it's got all the same options, and the serial link works great if you have the cable into PlayStation. I've played it many times in the past. Maybe in the future, if people request it, I'll try to set it up and record playing with it. 28 points should be good enough for this division. But now the PlayStation 1 version is really where it counts. And El Driver on top again. That guy just got it down cold. Hope he's not in my division. We did a good chunk of points there. Let's see how I'm standing now. Check out the league. Alright, 134. Good. Got a good buffer zone of points between my competition. We should be doing okay. Check out the next race. Good old City Heat. Yeah, now this one's similar to that Ocean View race one. I think that's what it's called. It's pretty tough because it's a pretty narrow race. There's not a lot of room for some good crashes. Right here it's pretty narrow. It beats up on your car. You don't avoid these walls very well, which I'm not doing very well at this time. And sometimes you just say to heck with it, and you do a little bit of reverse. Yeah, it's kind of funny. You can really get stuck on these walls really well, the way this game is. And since I'm already not doing so well in the race part, I'll try my best getting some points up here. That's good 4 points. There we go. Now, I don't know if the PlayStation supports it, but I remember when I used to play this on my PC, it had a control called Fast Steer, that if you held down a button, or I used the keyboard actually and keys, if I held down a button, it was called Fast Steer, and it would give me a little bit more of a sharper turn. But on the PlayStation version, I haven't noticed if I have that button or not. It might be on here, I never really looked it up, and it never seemed like I needed it as much because I'm using a PlayStation controller. But on the keyboard, when I used to play, I didn't have a joystick or a gamepad at the time when I just first got it. I definitely needed that advantage to use that fast steer key. We're going to need more than 8 points, I'll tell you that much. I already got red. Once you got red on the front, I do a good old backwards run and hope for something to happen. Unfortunately, it looks like I'm handing out points to other divisions. Oh, let's just kind of block the roadway and see if we can clip somebody or get clipped hard back down. No, that's not helping too much. Nice. A little bit of cluster here. Looks like driving downtown. Alright, radiator's blown. Only got 8 points. Things are not looking promising. That's what I call reverse mode time. Now, if you do ever get a chance to, a good way to get some major points fast is you can actually take out another car, which is kind of hard if the car isn't already beat up. But if you take out another car, I believe that's an easy 10 points at least. I think you get for that. Me, I'm just struggling just hoping to clip something for some points. That's all I got to be. Not doing well on this one at all. So far, this one seems to be my worst. It's really going to hurt me if I don't get high enough. Alright, here we go. Got some points. I try to make it the rule of thumb of every race to at least get yourself double digits in points. If you don't get at least double digits, then you're in some serious trouble. At least for the easiest division. Best to get that one. Oh, we got 14 points. Well, could have been worse. I don't know if that was better or worse than that ocean race that I did. Let's see how it adds up. Well, Ty's person got 34. It doesn't make me feel as bad. Alright, let's check out the league once again. Oh, 148. I got a nice buffer of 58 points from the next person. So let's go to the next race, which is we're at the bowl. So the highlight of every Wreckin' Race championship, you finish all the races with a Destruction Derby at the end for points. And that's the highlight of the whole championship run. Let's see if we make it. And the highest you can actually score in any race or anything that I've noticed in this game is only 99. So once you get to 99, there's just no more. And what I like to do is I kind of like let everybody else go crazy. I almost avoid other cars to a certain extent in the beginning as much as I can. Just because everybody's still fresh and driving crazy. And after everybody beats up on each other a little bit, then I start dipping in there. And the reason I do that is just circling around, you can be surprised how many cars you can just flip while they're racing around. It's not so much just going out and hitting everybody as it is avoiding people to the right time. As you can see, I'm doing a whole lot of reverse driving because I don't want to blow out my engine too early because I need my car to survive this derby if I'm going to win. But it doesn't hurt to kind of switch it up because it's not very helpful to have all green in the front and then a red rear end too early, or to blow out your rear axle. Because then you just got a slow car. But there you go. There's another 360 just from cruising around. I've beaten up the rear axle bad enough, so I just want to cruise around and flip people, and we're up at 64 points, doing pretty good. Let's see if we can keep it up. 70, nice. Nice. Alright, now you're starting to see some other smoking engines out there, which is good. Because if you can hit another smoking car and turn the smoke to black, that means that you've taken that car out. Now me, I'm already at 86 points, so there's not much more room for me to score. 88, let's see what else we can pull off here. We're doing pretty good so far. There's some black smoke cars, so some are already out of the game. Surprisingly, in the races, they tell you how many cars are alive, but they don't tell you how many cars are alive during the Destruction Derby Bowl. I don't know why they didn't do that, because it'd be helpful to know how many more are out there trying to take you out. I lost my steering on the side, so this is going to be tough now. There you go. Took out that car, I'm done. 99 points, so I cannot get possibly any more points no matter what I do. 99 is the cap, which is pretty braggable I got it this fast. So, even though you don't do so well with races, this is kind of like the makeup time that I like about Wreckin' Racing. If you don't do well, you can always make up a whole lot of points at the bowl. And if you pay attention to other people in your division, that are doing better than you at the time or are good competition, you can kind of scope out which car they got, look them up, and then try to take their car out early in the bowl so they can't score any more points. I'm about ready to get finished here, but that's fine because, like I said, I already got enough points.
Wow, that was like a great replay.
Well, I couldn't get any more points anyway. I guess it's just bragging rights on who survived to the end. Yeah, there you go. That looks promising. Alright, got first with 99 points. I'll take it. Who got second? H Metal Hero with 92, so I still got the most points you could. Let's take a look, and this is a prime time to show. I got finished first in my league with 247 points. Not too bad. Alright, here we are, back, continuing on with some more Destruction Derby Wreck and Racing Championship fun. This is now the next division up, which I believe is Division 4, and we're going to try to beat it. So, let's see what happens. Alright, good old yellow top now. As you can see that now that I'm in the higher division, I'm placed behind my old division because I've been upgraded. So that means there's more cars you're going to have to fight through. And another major change you may notice is that the first race is now at dusk time instead of daylight. And that the track is not a simple oval anymore. It's got curves, it's got turns. A whole nother bag now. So I love how this game takes what it has and mix and matches it up. to keep it fresh for each division, so you're not just doing the same thing over and over and over. I will say, once you get to the highest division, you go through all 5, they start really scrambling for variety. I mean, I want to say that they just start taking other ones and then you just drive them backwards, which isn't, on some tracks it's not dramatically different if you go backwards, I've noticed, but either way it is still kind of a change. And I'm doing well on the race part here, but I'm not doing so well on my record racing points, so let's take a look at what I can do about that. Yeah, that didn't work out very smooth. Did a whole whopping something. Yeah, with all those curves, it really takes away from your momentum. But you just want to clip them really good. And there you go, there's like 2 points, but we need more than that because we're in a higher division now. The stakes are higher. New opponents in your division, new personalities you got to deal with, new tracks. I'd say this is just done so well. I really wish they had remade this game and kind of modernize it, but still keep it to its roots. I think it's got awesome, addicting, easy gameplay for any age to pick up and enjoy. And the series just never was the same after this game. I mean, this one is all by itself. I'm not saying that the other games in the series are bad. I'll just say they didn't have I'd say the same charm. Like you had Destruction Derby 1, which is this one, which is beautiful classic fun. Then they came out with Destruction Derby 2, which I also got on the PC at the time. I have the PlayStation version now. I might do that one of these days, we'll see. And that one is pretty cool. They did a lot of changes. Some good, some bad in my opinion. From what I noticed, the big change in number 2 is they add a big gravity element of cars getting air and everything else, and the cars just kind of easily flying off the ground. Like you'll notice in this game, they always stay on the track. They don't jump or fly no matter how fast you go, stuff like that. Number 2 goes overboard with that, in my opinion. They start putting crazy hills and everything. Okay, let's take a quick look at the league. Let's look at what league I'm doing in now. Now Division 4. And top of my league. Not with a dramatic lead. Just a little bit. So let's try to keep it up. See if we can get to the next division. Alright, crossover. Let's see how they mix this one up or changed anything. Alright, they changed it up by making it daytime. I don't know how dramatic of a change that is, but it is daytime. And it looks like that's the only change you got in this one, was just that it's daytime. Well, we'll see how much of a change that makes for me. Handing out points isn't as good as getting them. Let's try to twist some other players around. We're going to need some... Oh yeah, this is the golden opportunity track to get some serious points. Like I was saying, the Destruction Derby 2, it was still a good game, but it just didn't feel much like this one at all, in my opinion. Not in the good aspects. It was super fast, and it felt definitely faster in the sequel. You're always flying off the ground, and your car was getting beat up, and I believe they had a pit station in that one. They just changed it too much, in my opinion. They changed it so much that it just didn't feel too much like the same game. But it was still a good game. I'd say that one is even way more difficult to do stock car racing. Even wrecking racing is kind of hard in that one. Because I don't know. That one is pretty easy to blow up your car. This one can take a little bit more damage, it feels like. But Destruction Derby 2, I blew up my cars a lot faster than that one. I don't know if because of the top speeds or what, but they just didn't last as long as seemed. And then I believe after Destruction Derby 2, they had Destruction Derby Raw. Oh man, only 30 points. That's not going to be a good thing. We can skate by with 30. But after Destruction Derby 2 was Destruction Derby Raw, and that game actually, I enjoyed that game a lot. That game was surprisingly very good, and I just call that one Destruction Derby 3, but they call it Destruction Derby Raw. I don't know if it was released on anything else other than PlayStation, but that's what I played it on, and I do currently have. And that one got a good race element to it. They really concentrated more on the racing aspect. Almost to the point that it's more of a racing game than a Destruction Derby game, in my opinion, that one. So it does have some fun racing, but once again, that one didn't feel like the same. I mean, all of them, all together, this one, in my opinion, is still the best, the first one. Oh man, only a 10-point lead, so I gotta really pick up my game here. But I'd still definitely say this one's the best. And 2 and 3, depending on your style and what you like, you could argue which one would be the next best. I mean, for me, I'd probably say I like the first one best. And I probably like Destruction Derby Raw second best, and the Destruction Derby 2 the least. Not that it's bad, it's just probably my least favorite. And another perk about this one is this one's got the serial connection, so you can't play with 2 players if you set it up. And that's kind of cool. I never played Destruction Derby 2 on the computer, or I don't think it supports serial connection on PlayStation, unfortunately. I don't know why, but that'd be cool to play that one with 2 players, but I've never experienced that. And Destruction Derby Raw, they really dropped the ball on that one. That one does not support 2 players in like wrecking racing. I want to say it supports 2 players only in like Destruction Derby mode or something, but maybe another day I'll play and take a look at that game. If people care to see it, we'll see. But as you can see already in this race, it seems to be changing day to night, night to day seems to be the big dramatic change. And as you can see, you're doing this track backwards. That's its big change. This track is backwards and it's during nighttime. So that's the mix and match we got in this one for this division. And I gotta say, this one's even harder backwards than it is forwards. As I said in the last division, I always have a heck of a time on this track, getting any points. I seem to beat up the car way too early, hitting these walls on these curves, than anything else. And it's almost pointless to try to get first in this race because I almost end up always getting my car too beat up. So you gotta pick your poison. Do you wanna get first and then blow up the car on this one, or do you just want to try your best blocking some cars and getting some points? I'm feeling like this, try to get some points. We'll do a reversal here if we can. This is about the only open area in this track you can get any speed or momentum going. Just to try to get some points, and it ain't working as well as I'd like it to. Man. That's not looking promising there. But no, once they stop making all the Destruction Derby games, it's really hard to find a good Destruction Derby game. Or anything similar to it. I mean, racing games just kind of took over and a lot of people just forgot about the Destruction Derby aspect of it seems. And I've done some homework online and I've looked through and I've tried a variety of other different games out there. And really the only other game I could find out there, which I have for original Xbox, is I believe it's called Test Drive Eve of Destruction. That's got a pretty good destruction, and that's a pretty good destruction derby game. It's more modern. It's got a lot of different features and options in it, and it's extremely fun with multiple players if you can get enough people to play with it. Usually, whenever my buddy's in town, we make it a statement to do a tournament, which is a variety of matches you can do in that game, and it turns out pretty well. That would be a game that I'd love to play and host a video on in the future one day. But 6 points on this. I don't know how we're going to cut it. We're going to have to take a look and see where we're standing in the league, but it's not looking promising. Oh, let's see. I'm almost worried to look at it. How are we doing? Division 4. I'm still on top, surprisingly. Oh, I'm tied. That's not good. I got to really make up for some points now. This is too close of a race. Not much of a buffer zone. You really want to gain some points for a buffer zone just in case you really flop a race. So, see which one's next and see how we can do it. Wow. This one's another hit or miss one. Wow. Alright. Well, let's see what they changed in this one. I think the last division was daylight, and this one changed a lot because it looks to be like track 1 was in last division. It's just a big oval. That's all it is, an 8-lap oval. Yeah, that's not a big variety in this one. A change, not a big change. So, since there's only 8 laps, that's promising to still place first, because that's already a 3rd lap. So, but that 10 points for getting first ain't going to be that helpful if that's all I did. And I gotta really try to spin somebody around if I'm going to get any chance of getting some extra points. I got 2 points there. I just gotta try to bully him a bit. There's another 4, and then I got myself all crooked here. Uh-oh. That's what you get for being greedy. Turning this car around is not the easiest, but if we can knock some points around, we'll be in good shape. There's an extra 10 points. See if we can get another 10, get caught up. I gotta say, another trick in this game that I learned was if you can get up to the person that's in first and you can hit them and score points, I believe you get double points off whatever you pull off doing to the person that's in first. So if I can speed up to the person in first and clip them and preferably 360 them, I get double points. And if I never said it before, a 360 just means you completely spun their car 360 degrees. This guy, you want to be in first and see if you can knock him around like that. I didn't get any points though, it wasn't good enough. But some people would take advantage of that trick and just keep on slowing down and getting in second place and just let the other guy get ahead of them and then keep beating up on them for double points. I mean, that tactic works, but it's very time consuming and tricky if you're not very good at it. It takes some practice. I only got 2 points for that one. 16, and I won the race, so that should be 26 points, which isn't too bad on that short of a race. But we'll see when we get the final results in here. Where are we at? Well, I got first, which is a good thing. Let's see where my standing in the league is now after that. We will go to Division 4. Okay, still on top. There we go. So you want to separate yourself from the other people here. 84 to 68, that's a little bit of a buffer, but we need a bigger one just in case, because I tell you, you do really well and you'd be surprised. All it takes is one good flop on one of these races and you get like 0 points or don't get at least double digits in points. You're really going to suffer or put yourself in a lot of pressure on the Destruction Derby at the end of this. Alright, now this one's during the day. They changed that. And I'm guessing it's backwards by the looks of it right now. Whoa! This one, yeah, this one looks like they did more than just, it's not backwards. This is daylight and no, it is backwards, I think. No, it's not, never mind. I can't tell what this is. They really jacked this track around. Yeah, this one looks like it's going to be hard to score some points on because anytime there's a track with a lot of curves in it, there's just not many opportunities because it's too tight. I don't know how I pulled that off, but I'll take it. I mean, you just don't get any speed gains here. You need a good long straightaway for some opportunities to spin the other cars around here. It's not working out that great. Let's see here. Yeah, so much curves. If anybody else out there knows any tricks in this game, I'm always open for suggestions or options or ideas to make it easier to rack up the points. I mean, my methods have gotten me pretty far in this game. I'm sure there's always some other technique out there. Oh, there we go. So now I would have never known that this game really was for PlayStation until back in the day I was going through my old computer games and I was having trouble getting them to run on my newer computers. I was thinking to myself, for a fail-safe way of playing my favorite games that were on the computer, I researched and I noticed that a lot of computer games that I had ports made of them on the PlayStation system. So I thought to myself, well, hey, if I get myself a PlayStation and I buy all those games, they'll always work on the PlayStation. So if I ever had trouble running them on the computer, I could always enjoy the game in the future on the PlayStation, and I'm glad I did that because I found out getting this game, it's much better on the PlayStation than it is on the computer. Oh man, only 12 points. But this is one of the few games that's better on the PlayStation versus the computers. Because I also bought Diablo for PlayStation. And I thought that'd be a cool port, and I played that one a little bit. It's got some unique features to it, and the other thing that's kind of neat is you can play co-op on that one, but the graphics and the resolution and the detail on the PlayStation version compared to the computer has significantly got a sharper look to the game, so the graphics are a little rough on the PlayStation port for Diablo, but it's still a playable and fun game on the PlayStation. It's easier to pick up two controllers and play Diablo than it is for PlayStation, than it is to set up about two computers and then start multiplayer. But then later down the road, after I stockpiled on a bunch of PlayStation games that were ported for PC, oh wow, bowls at night. Okay, now this is going to be interesting. This is going to be really interesting. Well, let's try my technique. I'm just going to try to avoid all the chaos until things get worn in. And just try to circle the mess like a vulture here. See if you can just clip somebody and get some points, which I haven't gotten any yet, unfortunately. I forgot to check how I was in the league. So I have no clue what my goal set is, but regardless, I'm going to still try to get as many points as possible. I'm not hitting anybody really yet. Man. I gotta say, this at night is significantly more difficult. Your draw distance to see what's ahead of you is not as good. It is driving blind on this one. I think we snuck a 360 in there. That helps. Thanks. as I was saying about the PC games, I keep getting sidetracked, is that I then found out about DOSBox and DOS emulators, and then rest assured I was able to get most of my favorite DOS games to work on newer computers again, thanks to the emulation of the DOSBox, which is a wonderful emulator. Thank goodness for it to exist and its creator. But regardless, I'm still glad I ended up getting these PlayStation ones, because if I didn't, I would have never, I don't know if I would have found out about this Destruction Derby being the best. And Destruction Derby 1 is very, very fun to me. It's like the game that I can pick up almost any time and still play a quick wreck and racing round, and it just doesn't get too boring too fast for me. I can always do one championship race every now and then, and it doesn't get that stale. Just because it's such a random game, you know. So, it's never the same results, you know what I mean? When you got racing and destruction involved, it's very rare when you're going to have exact same results all the time, if ever. We got ourselves 52 points. Is that good enough? I don't think so. Better go for a gold. You can really tell by the music in this game how long you've been going. The music will actually cut out and the track will start playing again if it's been long enough. Thanks. Oh man. Rear axle's jacked, so this is going to be pretty problematic now. Wow. Yeah, just ain't got the speed. When you're in these situations, you just kind of got to get yourself a clear route straight to hit somebody. I hope you can. You got to build up some momentum when your rear axle's jacked. I just do the old cop out and hopes I can nail somebody in a circle. That's not working out as well. Can't see if anybody else in my league's still alive. Yep, this person's in my league. Same color roof. Need to take them out so they're not a threat to my score. Yeah. Yourself lined up. It does get kind of painful near the end of these destruction derbies when your car's just so slow you can't do any damage. It's very hard to do any real damage. Yeah. But I did what I don't always recommend doing, which is leave my front end so green that the only way out of this sometimes is you gotta beat up your own car because you can't get the other car out. Me and the other person. Yeah, it's just hard to get enough momentum to take them out. There we go, up. I'll count it sometime, man. Still didn't take them out. That was rough. Only got 78 points, so hopefully I can ice this person and get myself some more. Thanks. Well, look at me. That's just the hardest. You almost need a map to see where the person is. There's so many dying cars. Yeah, it almost gets to this point where I just want to almost finish myself off when it ends, but with the person in my own division, I'll make the exception to try to last. Because you don't know how many points that person's racked up. Now remember how many points that person had when you started this. Don't give up though, this one will not give up. Sometimes the computer will actually race around and bump its own car into the wall and just end itself. And to tell you the truth, that's probably the best thing it could do for itself, because if the car destroys itself, I don't get the points for it. So if you're playing against a friend over the serial cable, however likely that ever is, and it was a matter of you didn't want to give them any points, it was last two of you, the best thing to do is, unless you know you're going to be able to take out your friend, just off yourself so they can't get the points for your kill. That does help. I don't know if you get an extra 10 points for getting first. You might. For being the last car standing. Man. Yeah, it may look like I'm not driving well at all, but having one busted side is really rough to get this thing to aim straight. Yeah. No luck. No luck. There we go. See, just bumping them. I don't know how that counts as any points, but we'll take it. Up to 80. Yuck. Nope. I tried it. Nope. I mean, you can push them into the wall, but I don't know if I get the points for it if you push them into the wall and their car goes out. It's so hard to pick. Yikes. Just keeping the vehicle straight. This is just cumbersome, to say the least. That's always fun. It's like, how long is that car going to last? I mean, obviously you're not taking me out because I got no smoke on my car in the front. I will say that was another cool thing they did in Destruction Derby 2. When you break your rear axle, literally the tires fly off, so you're dragging the axle in Destruction Derby 2. It's pretty crazy. But this one, it just drives slow as molasses here. Yeah. Got it? Nope. I mean, my car's in such good shape, it doesn't even matter. I can hit it with the front end and it's gonna last fine. Now, this car is stubborn, man. I almost found out that sometimes, maybe if you just sit here, the car will ice itself trying to take me out. And it keeps trying. Well, I'm pretty stubborn, so I'm going to last as long as I can here. Yikes. Man, I just keep hitting this front end and it will not go out on this car. What is with this? The computer just needs to give it up. It ain't happening. This is really the only one of the very few complaints I have about this game is once you get to this point in a Destruction Derby Bowl, it is just too annoying to try to take out the last car. You're just awkwardly circling each other constantly, trying to take them out. You can't get a good hit in on them. It takes forever. And it's not that you just bump into them. You gotta bump into them hard enough for it to register as a hit. I mean, that's just so hard to do. I keep bumping them, but you don't know if those hits are counting. I can't pick up the good speed to do it. Finally. Good. Gave me 99 points. I'll take it. Right at the end. Whew. Longer than I'd like, but hand out. Let's see how we sized up here. I got 99 points. How come she's considered first? Why did I get second? What a rip. Probably because she's in a higher division is my guess. Finished first, 195. Wow. Alright, we're back here with Destruction Derby on Sony PlayStation, and we are now in Division 3, which has a blue rooftop on your car. differences. Let's see what they've done. The past divisions, they've altered the tracks a little bit, or they make you run them backwards, or they basically have just done a day to night change on the tracks from what I've seen so far. Let's see what this one's got for us. Well, first track is back to daylight. And definitely not just an oval. Got some curves. Actually, it seems like this is going to be a tricky one to get some points on. But you have to figure something out. Got a lot of curves, which is going to hurt trying to get some extra points in. It's got 12 laps, or for me, 12 laps on this kind of a race is not going to be easy. It's a place and a high place for me. I drive a little reckless and I hit the wall a lot, so we're going to have to make some points different ways. We're going to need more than these 4 points too. Interesting. There's the trick. Back in the one in the first round. That'll be some good extra points. We got a couple for that one. See if we can bully the first player, because I'm pretty sure you get double points if you can pull off any moves on whoever's in first in the race. Definitely not easy to do. Yeah, this is not looking promising. Not for points, especially when this guy's in my, he's in the same division as me. Pretty beat up here, pretty red. Yeah. What I thought. I don't know if I can baby this for another 2 laps. It's not going to be easy. But I could definitely use the extra 10 points because I did not do well on racking up some points on this one. Like I said, there's not many long stretches to work with. There's so many curves. Whenever there's a bunch of curves, there's a lot of slowdown. And with all that slowdown, it's really hard to take advantage of getting a good hit in. But we survived, surprisingly. I'll take it. Let's see how things added up. Oh, I got first. I'll take that. Not bad. 22 points. See who's in our league. We're in Division 3. Don't have a remarkable lead here, but we know what kind of other opponents to keep our eyes peeled for here. Let's try the next race and hope for the best. There's our chance to rack up some points, hopefully. Unless they made some changes on it in this division. Oh, looks like we're back to nighttime here. Looks like it's back the way it was in the first division. definitely use it. Just remarkable, you take all this damage and you don't have a point to show for it. I lost steering for nothing, so we're going to be pretty limited now. Man. Not looking good. Not looking good. That's a serious point. I tell you, if I'm going to pull something out of my ass to get some points in this, I better stand up. This is not looking good. Ooh, rough. All that damage, only 16 points to show for it. That's pretty bad. But we somehow snuck by with the 360. We need that. Hopefully we can just flip somebody. There we go. Only 2 points for all that. That's crazy. Now I don't have any steering, so it's going to get even more interesting. I guess the sitting duck method ain't working its best. Yeah. Well, as long as I'm surviving at this point. I'll get something rolling here. Alright. Well, all I can do is scoot back and forth in this situation and hope for the best. I mean, if you really want to make sure you're in good shape for these wreck and race championships, this is the best track to rack in all the points you can, in my opinion. Still surviving. No, now my car's about finished, but we're at 52 points, which ain't bad, but we want as much as we can get still. 7 cars are already, whoa, 8 cars, 10 cars dead right there. They're all falling down, dropping like flies. I can just get mine, hopefully where the action's at. Might be able to squeeze in a few more points. There we go. And all I can do is just basically wait for the Grim Reaper here. Somebody's either going to put me out of my misery, or I might be able to sneak some more points right there like I did that. Come on. Oh, everybody's driving pretty slow now. A lot of dead cars, only 6 alive. This is such a brutal track. Great track though. Definitely. It just ain't a destruction derby without a figure 8 race. Oh man, no steering. I can't even get out of this if I want. So block the path and hope for the best is all I can do. Oh, I'll take it. There we go. Just icing everybody. Nice. Yeah. Nope. No. 76 points on a racetrack is pretty good. Let's see what everybody else got here. I'll take it. First again. Take a look at the league. It's a nice buffer zone. 48 points from the next one. Just got to worry about who's in your division. Nice race. Let's see if we can... That'd be amazing if you get that many points on this track. This track is just... As I've said before in the other divisions, I just never have best luck on this one. Well, I'll shoot for double digits and I'll be happy on this one. See what kind of changes they made. Well, it's during the day. That's normal for the Division 5 when you start playing. Yeah, it doesn't look like they made any changes. You're just back to how it was in Division 5 when you're racing. Looks like to me in this one too. Not seeing much change other than the first track had significant change so far. Well, gotta make it happen one way or another. There we go. Every time I hit somebody, it feels like I should get points. I don't get any. And then when I graze somebody and don't even realize it is when I start getting points. But I digress. Whatever. Like that. That should have been something. There's nothing there. Well, my tactics are not working too well. There we go. Snuck that in there. That'll help. That's never a good sign when you do that. Time to just start hoping we can make some damage one way or another. See if we can turn some people around. That's good. Yeah, no clipping there. Totally took out the whole rear axle. Right? Man. Now we're going to be putzing around now. All that just can't clip anybody. Well, we got our 14 points. It's usually pretty decent for me on this one. How did everybody else do? $40 points on that track? That's impressive. See how much that impacted our division here. 112. Okay, good. Gotta make sure. You never know. Somebody in your division could do really well in a race, and before you know it, you're not first in your division. Now this one, they always end up doing something with it on every division, pretty crazy or different. Let's see if that continues here. Well, we got daylight, or I don't know, kind of overcast. It looks like not really bright daylight, but all this is a big oval. Yeah, not very exciting, but it is only 8 laps, so we got that helping us. Not a lot of laps. There we go. So some points that way. Yeah, it's a shame. I always hope by nowadays, we got so many people finding the source code to older games and altering them and making either new stages or levels, kind of like with Doom, and then they got so many modifications you can do, like Brutal Doom. That's a whole nother wonderful addition to Doom in the whole Doom community. But not to get too sidetracked, I always wish that somebody would find a way to find this destruction early and then open it up that you could customize your own car and then have way more elaborate or longer tracks and kind of be like destruction derby plus or extreme or something. But I'm sure for whatever reasons we don't have the resources right now due to legalities, or maybe somebody still owns the rights to certain things. But it'd be pretty cool if something like that would get released, or if even if it's owned, that they'd make a kind of like a remake of it, or even the more current consoles. But I don't know, it just doesn't have the fan base, I'm guessing. I don't see why not, but not too many people I know are all about destruction derby games, so that might be part of it. Maybe the genre isn't as popular as I feel it should be, or maybe it's just this particular game, but there isn't a whole lot of information I usually find on it. It's just a classic game from the early PlayStation era, people look at it as. We got first on that sucker. Good old City Heat. Oh man, City Heat always been this dark. Now this seems like pitch black for some reason. I don't know. It's bright enough. There's some street lamps. Looks like it's pretty much backwards and in the dark. So, see how we can break in some points. Now I'm handing out points. Yep. Blowing the radiator this early in the game is not a good idea. Not looking promising for me. At least I broke my double digits right there. I don't know if I could baby this one to the finish. No, not 5 laps. I'm definitely going to bump into something on me. I didn't think that would last. Only 12 points on that sucker. It's going to have to work, though. And surprisingly, I'm still fairly high up there on the list, even though it's not over yet. That's knocking me down. Never understood why this takes so long to do this. Why can't it just go? It's like it's almost simulating and still playing with me not there, calculating. Looks like H Metal Hero is going to top out on this one. Yep, there he is. 28 points. Okay, that's not dramatically more. Can't be that bad of damage. Take a quick look at the lead here. And we can see I got a good buffer. That buffer of points. As long as I do pretty decent here on the bowl, I should be alright. See if they change the bowl at all. Hopefully it will not be at night again. The last bowl at night was rough. Ah, good. Daylight. You should at least be able to see when you're driving into oblivion. Alright, let's go back to our old strategy. Make sure it still works. And a clip and run, clip and run, clip and run. Bump and go. There is another real interesting and kind of cool option they got on this game that I forgot to go over. I might post a video on it, we'll see. It's called, I believe, Total Destruction. The way that works in the game is you're in the bowl, but all the opponents are geared to take you out as soon as possible. They're just all after you strictly. And you're timed for how long you can last with everybody out to get you at once. So it's pretty interesting because it's pretty intense to stay alive. I want to say back in the day I could only stay alive for about a minute before they finally all got me. It's pretty hard to avoid every car at every angle trying to get you. Thanks. I better start scoring a little bit more points. I got a lot of damage and no points to show for it. And nothing's worse than wasting a good hit on a dead car. Now it's starting to look pretty rough that direction. Only 20 points. This is not looking promising. There we go. Need our 360s. Where would we be without those for scoring? Oof. Yeah, I'm handing them out now. 40 points. I don't know if I got that. Alright. Okay, that's not looking good. Only 50 points. 50 points. We've still got a good chunk of cars out there. At least kill a couple other cars, I'll be in good shape. That'll rack up some points. If I don't, I don't know. Yeah. There we go, we got in. Let's start switching it up a bit. Like I said, it's a lot of different ways you can approach a bowl. I usually have best of luck just lasting as long as possible and then taking out the few cars left because you get a lot of points for taking out a car. You got better odds of taking it out with all the dead cars down here. So there's 84.
Wow, that was like a great replay.
Alright, who's left? There's the white smoke, him. Not my division. That should be alright, fine. Like I said, this is the longest part of the whole bowl here. Waiting to take somebody out. Right at the end. This would be really interesting if they had a game like this online in today's technology, and every car in this was wasn't computer-based or artificial intelligence. It was actually a person, and you could just log in online, and everybody could be a certain race or just have good old destruction derby. And that's what really adds the wild card. I mean, even though these are all still very random for being a single-player game with a computer, they do have an element of predictability to them. Ooh, they got me on that one, but 98 points, I'll take it. Good old Crunch Bunch beat me at 99. All that matters is how I did in division, which says got first, 242 points, not bad. I think we'll save on that one and try for the next division. All right, here we are. Division number 2, ready to go. And looks pretty different. Let's see here. Nighttime on this division. Got ourselves a good old orange top this time. And it looks to be a backwards original when you start Division 5, backwards at night, to me. Back to the old, just oval here. Oval ain't too bad as long as you got enough laps to do some damage. They can do things like that, get some more points. You need a lot more than 6 if I'm going to win at this division. It's going to start getting pretty tough. Yep. There you go. Nice. How come I got nothing for that? That made no sense. Yeah, I gotta tell you, the way this game calculates is really off. Totally annihilated that dude. I think it goes by some logic of whichever car it touched last, so maybe while it was spinning it touched a different car and somebody else got the points. Which is BS, but whatever. I'll have to recover in a different way. And like breakdancing with this car. Not getting a whole lot of points for it either. Getting smacked on the side so bad, making steering not exactly tolerable. Oh man, this is not pretty. There we go. Yeah, not as good as I was hoping. Ooh, only 16 points in that one. That's rough. That is truly rough. Well, the optician, he's a winner. 32 points on that sucker. Well, this is pretty much the end of my commentary on this long play. You still got yourselves a lot more races to watch, a couple more divisions coming up, and at the end of everything, I also added as a bonus the track that's a hidden track inside the game. I did a race so you can view it, and after that I did one quick total destruction so you can get an idea of what that mode is like. Because after seeing all these divisions and everything, I think you get a pretty good idea of what Destruction Derby has to offer. And I think it's a great game that still holds up to today and has plenty of replay value. So I hope you enjoy everything, the rest of this video, and post any comments. Talk to you later. Have a good one. Thanks.
the final lap. Oh no! Go! Watch those barriers. They'll only slow you down. Wow! What a race! Whoa, radiator! Yeah! Giant floor flap! Giant floor flap! It's the first race of the season. Go! What is that? Whoa! You pay for that. Stay out of my way. Hey, John. Watch those barriers. They'll slow you down.